Hey everyone, I really thought whether I should make this video or not, but I think I'm finally ready. This video is gonna be very personal and very self-reflective, but I do feel like I need to make this video. So I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys, but this is very personal. So I hope this video will be well received. But I'm going to talk about when your channel doesn't do as well as it used to be or as you hoped it would. And first of all, I do want to say that I'm very privileged. I get to make videos for a living, and that is amazing. And I'm just so thankful that I can work from home, especially now during the pandemic, which makes it a lot harder to find a job. I just graduated, so doing this definitely puts me in a comfortable position at home. But there's also some downsides to doing YouTube and social media in general, and that is what I'm going to talk about today. Let's take a look at my channel. So I started with speed builds and then some voiceovers. Now the voiceovers, they weren't good in the slightest. I look back at some of them and I was like, oh my god, why did I do that? There were silences of more than 10 seconds and I just go like, oh, nice. And I do feel like I've grown a lot as a person, learning from myself and learning from my past mistakes. And I'm really thankful for that. But then your channel starts growing and it keeps growing. And then at a certain point, you get 6,000 subscribers per month, which is amazing. But then it stops. And I was one of the first people to actually make videos on Bloxburg. So there was Scythix, Lee, and then I came, then Peter Jan B came, and then Azria came. And those were like the OG people of Bloxburg YouTube. And back then it just felt like a small hobby that you could do, like make a video, have some fun. And then all of a sudden Bloxburg exploded. There were tons of people passing you left and right and your channel stopped growing. And that felt like I did something wrong, or I tried to better myself and I tried to change up my content, but it's still with ups and downs. And at a certain point I had 1 million views a month and now I barely reach 500k even though I do upload more. So I started questioning if it was a personal thing, if I did something wrong or if I said something wrong. I started questioning the quality of my videos compared to others. I started comparing myself to Pita Bread and Anix, and I love them. They are amazing people. But you do start comparing at a certain point when you do feel insecure about making videos, and you kind of try to become someone that you're not, and I fell into that trap back in July, where I had no idea what I wanted to record, no motivation, because I wasn't gonna get 10,000 views. And don't get me wrong, 10,000 views is amazing, but I do have to make a living as well. So I started comparing myself to Pita Bread and Anix, and I was like, why are they getting 100 times more views than I do for kind of like the same kind of videos, even though they edit better than me, like I know. But even if I had 1/4 of their views, I would be super happy. And that might sound greedy or whatever, but it's just something personal. And then my channel started dying again, and when I uploaded, I barely even got 5,000 views, and I just started questioning myself. And you start to try and copy other YouTubers to do better or to try and act like them, while you should actually stick to yourself. And I started to think more and more that maybe it's the algorithm, but I'm not sure. And just the comparing part is really depressing as a YouTuber, or as like just a person in general. Like comparing yourself to others makes you depressed. And that's also like the point of social media, right? Where everyone compares themselves to someone better and they want to be that person, but they can't. They just know they can't. And they try whatever in their power, but they will never reach that level. And I feel like that's like the whole downside of social media, where you start comparing yourself and you're not even yourself anymore, because you think as yourself you are not going to get as far as anybody else. And that's really part of the insecurity as well. And then also the fact that, but that is something super personal. Like my country has the highest taxes in the world, so I have to pay a lot of money in taxes. I didn't know what to do or where to go, because there wasn't such a thing as being a YouTuber in the tax form, so I really had to try and find everything out. But mainly my YouTube channel, when it comes to dying, you start really questioning yourself and questioning whether you are doing something wrong. But then people seem to come back. So it's like YouTube stops recommending you and only shows your videos to the subscribers that you already have, or some people of your subscribers. And then for others, once you watch one of their videos, your recommended is filled with their videos. And that's really what makes me question YouTube as a whole, but I shouldn't be questioning that. And I just wanted to talk about that in a video because it's important to know that doing YouTube, yes, it is a lot of fun and it can be a dream job. But you also have to count in factors like how much pressure is it putting on you, and how well can you cope with bad times, like when your channel just goes down 50% month after month? And are you motivated enough to start growing again? I think I am motivated enough to start growing again. I want to grow again. But I feel like my channel now is stagnant, whereas it used to grow a year before. And I feel like right now I'm just getting less, and I know I still get a lot more than a lot of people who do a lot of effort, so I'm talking in your guys' names as well. But I do think the main reason for this video is that I just want to be as open as possible with you guys about how I feel, how I conceive YouTube, and how I do certain things like that. And it's putting a lot of pressure on you, so it's not all glamour when you start doing YouTube. There's a lot of stress in that as well. And so I'm gonna keep making videos, obviously, because that's what I love to do. It's just that sometimes you feel like you're doing something wrong because your channel starts to lose views, and every other week you get a downwards arrow when it comes to views and stuff like that. And YouTube is also made to congratulate when you're doing well, but make you feel bad when you're doing bad. So you have the downwards arrows next to views, you have the counting system where it goes from 1 to 10, and if you have a bad week, then all of your videos will be like 8 of 10, 9 of 10, and it just makes you feel bad, and it's kind of like a cycle. So I suggest, if you want to do YouTube, don't go into Creator Studio too much, and please don't start comparing yourself to other YouTubers, because that is the death of you. And I just wanted to make this video to talk about my feelings and how I sometimes feel about making videos and not having the motivation to upload a video, even though if it would be better to upload a video because your views will be even lower if you don't. So it's just a cycle you have to get out of, and I feel like I'm slowly getting out of it, but I still feel like my channel is on the verge of dying, and I don't want it to die because I literally put my life into it and I enjoy making it and interacting with you guys. So there's a lot of factors to it, and I just wish to continue doing it. So I hope I can in the future. And there's also the fact that a lot of people want to drag other people down. So once your channel starts doing a little bit worse, you'll get comments saying like, oh, your channel died, ha 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 ha, like it's funny or something like that. And that's also the reason why I didn't want to make this video in the first place, because it shows a weakness. And some people like to come for your weaknesses. But yes, that was it for today, guys. I know this video was very personal. I wanted to be as open as possible. There's a lot of people in the YouTube community that feel like that as well, bigger or smaller than me. I had a lot of people talk to me as well about how they feel about doing YouTube. There's Daniel Perkins with the most amazing builds Roblox, in my opinion. They barely get enough views as well, and it's just something you have to cope with basically. But I did want to talk about it. Mental health is really important. Put it first and then continue doing what you love. Now that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe.